Hello everybody, welcome back to another All Maverick reaction with me, Alan and Jez.
Hello.
You sounded like an old man there. Have you just come out of a tomb?
Hello.
Hello. It's been so long. We're back with more Lost.
Yes, I'm excited for this. Better than Willow.
So, yep, better than Willow. Throw some shade at Willow. So this is Lost Season 2, Episode 3. Obviously, last episode we saw Michael and Sawyer.
Yes.
Obviously lost out in the water. We saw the other side of what was happening down in the bunker.
Yeah.
We didn't really see. We didn't get much further. We just kind of ended up coming back to that same bit where Jack was confronted with Desmond.
Yeah.
And we finished with Michael and Sawyer making their way onto the beach. Jin coming running out, and there being some others chasing after him.
Kind of
people chasing after him.
Standing on the side, didn't they, with all of their hats and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, shall we get going?
Cool. Yeah, ready for it.
Okay. So this is Lost Season 2, Episode 3, Orientation. Right, Jez? Let's go in 3, 2, 1, go.
Previously on Lost.
People were taking a piss out of my Scottish the other day. That bit wasn't very good. I'm going to do a better one later, okay? I saw a little video get made, edited, saying that I have many talents. Scottish isn't one of them. My surname's Campbell.
I was about to say, like your heritage from
My people,
your people
are
are
the
the
Scots.
Scots.
William Wallace was my granddad, all right?
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, Sawyer's a bit done in, isn't he, with the gunshot?
Yeah, he got shot, didn't he? He dug it out himself.
This reminds me of that Jack Sparrow scene when he's running on the island away from the people.
Yeah, with all of like the cannibals or whatever chasing him.
Yeah.
Others!
He looked a bit menacing, that guy at the front.
You mean that one?
Yeah. I'll be like, run. Oh, God, Jesus. Okay, yeah, he knows how to fight.
He's smacking some bitches.
It's like a one-man band, this guy. Oh, the rest are helping.
Yeah, he's just getting the job done.
This is cool, though. It's actually quite like seeing
Others?
others. Yeah. Oh, damn.
Where's my boy? Where's my boy?
He's my boy now. Oh yeah, we saw Kate almost accidentally take a stray bullet.
Is this your destiny? All roads lead here.
Now's not the time, Jack.
My mother stole again from me this week.
It's a Locke episode.
Oh, yes.
In my purse anymore. I've been.
Everyone's always happy when it's a Locke episode, aren't you? You're like, yeah.
So-and-so never called me back. My mother stole $30 from it. I never even knew who my parents were. My birth mother found me. She told me I was special.
Katie Siegel there.
And through her, I met my real father. Well, he pretended to love me just long enough to steal my kidney. Because
Who's
he...
that?
The woman who was there, she's the voice of, she was Leela in
yes, I know what you mean,
Futurama.
Yeah. Oh, there, on the left.
Yeah.
Yeah, also, yeah.
I want my kidney back!
It's a fair point.
There she is.
Probably a good idea. You know, if you get kidney cancer, you've only got one. Guess you won't be coming back next week, huh?
No, not likely.
It's too bad. I like bald guys.
I'm not bald.
I can wait.
I can wait.
I'm Helen.
Well armed.
I think close proximity. I don't think shotgun's the best way forward with Locke and Jack around.
Well, you worry about taking him out too? Because I mean, it is a close range weapon, right?
Yeah.
But it is a bit of a scatter shot.
That's what I mean, yeah. You kind of want precision, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I wouldn't want it when someone's got, like, when you're holding somebody up with, like, a gun to their head, you know? Oh, but this here, it's probably quite a good way to pull off a shotgun. Oh. Ooh.
Do not move.
No, don't.
Don't what?
He's unarmed.
He just had a gun pointed at your head.
Oh, shit.
Oh, what did you do?
That's not good. Jez, you worked in IT. How'd you fix it?
Get a new one.
We're all gonna die.
We're all gonna die.
We're all gonna die.
We're all gonna die. Just sack it off.
I can't remember what the machine did.
That's where they were typing the numbers in.
Yeah, I know it's something important, but I can't remember like what it was happening.
Look at the wall! That's a timer that's counting down. I've got to enter the code. I've got to push the button.
Or what?
It's all gonna get a bit crazy.
Do I know you?
That's gonna seem suspicious, isn't it?
Yeah. Bullet went through that unless you've got a spare. There's no fixing that, is there?
Yeah.
Is Dad still alive? I can't remember.
Yeah, he gave his dad his kidney, didn't
Oh,
he?
there he is.
John, I know you like to drive through my neighborhood. Now, I thought it might all stop when I moved, but here you are. I'll admit, at first I thought it was funny.
I doubt Locke finds it very funny.
Don't come back. You're not wanted.
That guy's a real piece of shit.
Yeah.
Saeed can fix a computer.
Go and get Saeed.
Can you get back up that rope?
I won't have to. There's got to be a front door in this place.
Imagine it just opens up like right next to the other one, the hole they blew.
Look, you want to get to work, you're going to tell me how you got here.
It was 3 years ago. My boat crashed into the reef and then Kelvin came. He brings me down here. First thing he does, because it's beeping already, he types in the code, he pushes the button, and it stops. What was all that about, I say? Just saving the world, he says. Then Kelvin died, and now here I am all alone.
How did Kelvin die?
This is crazy. You think that makes sense, pushing a button?
Does anything there make sense?
Well, why would you not believe it, though? That's what I'd think.
What about the monster that lives in the jungle? Does that make sense?
You don't have to take my word for it. Watch the film.
Push me up. I'm going to try to get us out of here. Come on, help us out, Joe.
Gonna help us out, Chewie.
I do like his nicknames he gives to people.
Oh, yeah. He's got his bat out.
Who the hell's that?
It's a girl.
Oh, so what's the face from the airport?
Yep. It's Michelle Rodriguez, isn't it?
Yeah. So was she on the same plane?
Well, yeah, she was talking to Jack, wasn't she, at the airport?
I remember the airport.
Yeah, I think she said she was. I think she said she was on that plane as well.
Right. Love it.
Welcome. I'm Dr. Marvin Candle, and this is the orientation film for Station 3 of the Dharma Initiative. In a moment, you'll be given a simple set of instructions for how you and your partner will fulfill the responsibilities associated with the station. The Dharma Initiative was created in 1970 in meteorology, psychology.
Oh, I saw the pandas are there.
From the moment the alarm sounds, you will have 4 minutes to enter the code into the microcomputer processor. And do not attempt to use the computer for anything. Congratulations. Until your replacements arrive, the future of the project is in your hands. On behalf of the De Groots, Alvar Hanso, and all...
Doesn't talk about any end of the world stuff, does it?
Thank you.
He says the button's got to be pushed, right?
Yeah, but...
Good luck.
Doesn't say why.
Doesn't. It said 1980 on that tape, though.
We're gonna need to watch that again.
Yeah, roll that one again.
It's to my place. There's just one condition, though, John. When you stay over, you stay over.
What do you mean?
I followed you last night
Uh-oh.
to that house that you go to.
Why would you follow me, Helen? Why would you?
Yeah, 6 months into the relationship, following.
I follow you, Jez. Whenever you get out of bed, when you wake up in the middle of the night, and we've been together, I follow you, and I do not like what I see.
You just have to promise me that you're not going to go to that place anymore.
The problem is, if he does, I mean, I get him being angry, but it doesn't make things better for him, does it?
No.
Like, sitting there. His dad's a... So...
All right?
It's like, just do something about it to get your kidney back, or leave it be.
Exactly. Bash him over the head, cut it out, take it to a vet and ask him to pop it in.
Or even just take it out of him, just so you can't have it.
So you can't have it, yeah.
You're gonna watch that again.
Why wouldn't you?
Aren't you? No, John, I'm not.
What's Jack's problem with the video? It's not saying there's, like, monsters roaming around the island or anything. It's not saying anything that's ridiculous. It just basically says it's a test area.
You've been out here by yourself all this time.
Trying to find food, making my way, hoping to find somebody.
It's quite a big island, isn't it?
You tell me.
It is a big island, yeah.
I'm Ana Lucia.
We're about to be the best thing that ever happened to you. I'll push this button every 108 minutes. I don't get out much.
Whose sleeping pattern must be terrible.
Yeah. Do you ever think that maybe they put you down here to push a button every 100 minutes just to see if you would? That all of this, the computer, the button, it's just a mind.
You've got to think that, right? After you've been there for 3 years.
Every single day.
Every single day. Perfect accent.
This is an electromagnetic station. And I don't know about you, brother, but every time I walk past that concrete wall out there, my feelings hurt.
Oh dear. Uh-oh.
I'm not an electrician, but that's probably not a good sign.
It's over.
Well, yeah, Jack was speaking a lot of sense there, but at the same time, it could be real.
Yeah.
But he's like...
Yeah, you'd have to question it, right? Of course you'd question it.
We can fix the computer. Saeed is coming. He knows it.
Give him my best.
There's a lot of, like, medication he was picking up there with that syringe gun thing.
Where are you going? As far as I can run, brother.
Bye! He is absolutely chipped off.
This isn't what was supposed to happen.
What was supposed to happen?
Please, don't leave me here.
Bye, John.
Why'd you have to shut the door?
Yeah.
To be fair, isn't that the ideal base for everyone to go down to?
Oh, exactly. They've got music. Well, they did have music and electricity and stuff, but that's kind of been shorted out now. We seem to be on safety. We seem to be on emergency lighting.
Yeah, but Sawyer must be able to fix that.
You'd think so.
What am I supposed to do?
Oh, I thought that was the end there.
Nah, you still got
just where the
still got a few
was.
minutes. It's just, yeah.
You're going to have to choose him or me.
No, it's not that simple.
Yes, it is.
Go with Helen, John.
Yeah, your dad's a dick.
That's why it's called a leap of faith, John.
We all know Locke's a man of faith now.
John.
Sorry, he just walked in on me weeping on the floor.
Oh, Hurley went as well.
Yeah.
Dude, what is this place?
I need your help.
You know what? Everything else in the world has Skyrim on it now. I wonder if you could run it on that old computer.
What does it look like?
Doom, you definitely could.
Nice.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, how old were those chocolate bars that Kate found?
Oh, they've been there a long time, I would say. Full of sugar, aren't they? So.
Yeah.
The gun, how'd you get it on the plane?
There was a federal marshal on the plane. How come you're suddenly so interested, Cupcake?
Hey, come on, we gotta...
Oh, she one of the... What?
Coming out!
Fucking double agent.
Mugged them off, haven't they?
But she had crashed, right? So she
we know she was on the.
So
we
she
know she was on the
did
plane.
crash
Don't
on
we?
the plane, but obviously got with the others pretty soon.
I'm out.
I'm out, brother.
Oh no!
You want to shoot me? Shoot me. But I'm not
Why
hanging about.
are you running? You don't even know what you're running from!
What's your problem, Jack?
Yeah, just let the man run.
I know you. I met you.
I met you.
Stop. You're a doctor, right? There was this girl you said you failed her.
It doesn't matter.
How can you say it doesn't?
I married her!
Do you want a hug, brother?
I want to talk it out.
I hate Jack so much at times, and then there's other times where I feel sorry for him, how vulnerable he is as well.
See you in another life, yeah?
That's what he said before, didn't he? I think that's what he said to him in the stadium.
Oh, I can't remember.
I think so.
All I need to know is that the timer is counting down to something.
He's a logical man.
Yeah, Saeed is the only logical one. Just let me fix it.
So he's like, I'll fix it. We'll chat about it after. All right?
Yeah.
Found it!
Well, at least the power's back on.
It's on.
Okay, so what now?
There was a code. He made me enter it.
Uh-oh, Hurley knows.
It's not 32. It's 42.
I mean, I'm impressed he remembered as much of it as he did.
Yeah. Just press it.
The problem is, once you've done it, you're kind of a slave to it.
Yeah.
Why do you find it so hard to believe?
Why do you find it so easy?
It's never been easy!
Maybe you should just do it.
It's a button.
I like how they call him Jack's bluff.
Yeah.
It's a leap of faith, Jack.
Doesn't push it, they just all explode. Right, I'm f***ing off now. I ain't pushing that button again. Next time it's on you.
I'll take the first shift.
I mean, no need to sit there. It will beep at you when you've got 4 minutes. You go sit in a more comfortable chair. There we go. That was Lost. Season 2, Episode 3, Orientation. Jez, what do you think of that episode?
That's been one of my favourite episodes.
Has it?
Yeah.
There's a lot to take in that episode, isn't there? There's a lot of... Not a lot of answers, obviously.
No,
but
no,
a lot of interesting questions.
More questions and answers, like usual. Usual Lost.
Yeah.
But yeah, I liked it. I liked how it was a Locke episode, a little bit more background.
I remember always being when you'd see it was a Locke episode, it'd be like, yes.
Yeah, I was quite happy. Yeah.
Like, I think that episode has a really strong ending. Like, I wrote a few notes down, and like those little moments at the end, you know, when Jack says to Locke, "Why do you find it so easy to believe?" And he calls out that it's never been easy, because Locke is not a guy that's had an easy life, right? Like, he's a guy who goes on faith, and you know, we always say this: it's science versus faith. You could even see earlier on, obviously, that Helen told Locke that he had to take a leap of faith, right? Because he's somebody who's never been able to really... Anytime he's put his trust in a person, they've kind of let him down.
Yeah.
You know, then he's got to take this leap of faith at the end. And to people like Jack, it looks like it's an easy thing that he gives his faith away very easily. But, you know, for Locke to have any trust and belief in things, clearly, you know, he's somebody who... That's a challenge for him. And then obviously you see at the end, like Locke saying, you know, don't leave me alone. You know, don't leave me alone. Like,
yeah,
you know,
I like
he doesn't.
That. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, I think those are really like powerful little
that
final
scene,
moments.
The whole end scene was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you enjoyed the episode.
Well, yeah, no, I don't think there's been one bad Lost episode.
No, there are some episodes that are a little bit better than others, but I never think.
Yeah, you're always going to have that.
Of course
there
are.
But, they've all been pretty strong.
Yeah.
Like I said, this leaves you with so many questions, and I want to know the answers to.
Well, let's talk about, because there's obviously kind of there's a few sides to the story in this one, so let's talk about stuff going on around the hatch. What do you think about the stuff in the bunker? Like, we obviously know that it's linked to the Dharma Initiative.
We know it's linked to the Dharma Initiative. We know that's the third base. We don't know how many bases they are, unless they said.
It said 3 of 6.
3 of 6.
3 of 6.
Okay, so
and that was the Swan.
That's the Swan. But yeah, they obviously said about all the tests that were happening and the magnetic field or whatever they were talking about, but they still never said why their button had to be pressed.
No, they said they were doing experiments there, and then there was an incident, and since the incident, they've had to push the button every 108 minutes.
Yeah, but they said something along the lines for the facility to continue. I'm sure he said something along those lines, or for the
something like that
to continue. But that, to me, that doesn't mean end of world. But that's
it also clearly wasn't built for that. The place wasn't originally built for the button there to be pushed. It was built for something else, and then something happened, and now they have to push the button.
Yeah, but I like how we saw the polar bears. That explains probably why they're on the island.
Yeah, it was the whole idea was.
Was there multiple stations on the island, or is?
I think he was saying this is. I think he was without. Yes, I think he was saying
I'm sure from the video it was they were going to have a place where they could do all of these different types of experiments.
Exactly.
They're all on the island, and that's the station free on the island.
Yeah, he
So
was
there's
basically
6.
saying that it was a kind of a facility for scientists from different backgrounds to kind of come and live together and work together and do different experiments and try different things, right? And obviously the polar bears were a bit of like a biology side of that. Obviously the electromagnetism thing was another part of that. It was all different bits of science. It was like a commune of scientists, right? That could try interesting new things.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think that
we still don't quite know, do we, what happens?
No, we don't know. We don't know the reason for the button. We don't. All we know is what we've been told.
No.
Obviously, Desmond's been. So Desmond was there with someone called Calvin.
Yeah, can you imagine?
Kelvin.
Can you imagine just like crash landing in an island or his boat crashing into it, whatever?
Yeah.
And then there's some random guy pulling you into a bunker.
Like you got to push this button.
It's like, well, hold on a minute. Can I not get rescued or?
Yeah. And then Kelvin, obviously, he said Kelvin died, and since then he's been having to push the button by himself. So we don't know how long ago Kelvin died.
But Kelvin was obviously leaving the bunker. This is what the other thing that I can't.
Well, he must have been going outside of it.
He's obviously gone outside, so obviously because he obviously knew that thing
because he found Desmond.
And took him back in. But from the sounds of it, doesn't like Desmond's ever left.
Doesn't seem like
just
it.
Said
does
about
it?
people getting sick. Maybe that's what Kelvin's been telling him. You don't.
Yeah, well, exactly.
I don't know.
Well, we don't know how long Kelvin's been dead, right? Like, we assume it's been a while.
Yeah.
Like, because he said for a while we pushed the button together and that was all great, and then Kelvin died, and I've been doing it by myself ever since. But no, it was interesting getting to see the orientation video. Little thing, I don't know if you noticed. I do remember noticing it when I first watched it, but I think it's easily missed. Did you notice that the scientist who was doing the orientation video only had one arm?
No. No, I didn't.
If you know, well, it's hard to see because he's wearing a lab jacket, but he's only doing stuff with his right arm. His left arm is clearly like just hanging the whole time.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah, he doesn't. The left arm never moves.
Right. Okay.
Like everything is done one-handed. I do remember at the time when they first came out, watching it, going, "It's weird. Why is he never moving that?" And so I remembered watching it and just being like, that's like he's either got like a fake arm or there's something wrong with his arm or
Yeah. No, didn't even realise.
Not that it really mattered, you know.
Yeah.
But he never moved that arm at all.
I suppose the other thing to discuss is the girl with Sawyer and stuff.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Then on the other side of the island, we've got Sawyer, Jin, Mike all being captured and meeting Ana Lucia.
So there's two theories I have here.
Right.
I know you obviously know.
Yeah, but I'm going to humor you. Yeah.
Obviously, Lucia. One theory is that Lucia's obviously she was on the back end of the plane. She's obviously turned up somewhere else on the island.
Yeah.
She's then obviously gone wandering, found the others, and now just taken her in as one of them. That's theory one. Theory two is the group we saw there were also survivors of the plane, and have ended up on the island, and they're as a group. They've then stumbled across.
They've stumbled across another group.
Jin and stuff, and nothing to do with the others. Nothing to do with the others. Little separate, just a little small.
So they're a separate group. They're a separate entity from the people that took Walt.
That's my second theory. Yeah, they're a completely separate entity. They all survived. They were also survivors of the crash, but they've obviously been on there for however long they've been there now, and stumbled across Jin.
Yeah,
which might explain why they haven't got guns and stuff, and they had like bats and that sort of stuff.
Yeah, whereas the others we saw on the boat had guns, right?
So that's my second theory. So I'm quite confident I'm right with one or two. I can't see being there. Can't see.
Have you got a leaning? Are you leaning either direction? Do you think?
Well, I don't know. I'm thinking the fact that the guy at the end asked, "Where did they come from?" or "What did you find out?" I think the others kind of know what's happened.
They know there's been a
Ethan
plane
was there
crash.
getting intel, so that Ethan guy, wasn't he?
Yeah. Ethan pretended to be on the plane, right?
Yeah, which leads me more to theory two, is they were all survived. That group, however many there are, like 5 or 6, were.
Well, I guess they assumed everybody on the back of the plane was dead, right?
Yeah.
So at the same time, everyone on the back of the plane could very well assume everybody on the front of the plane was dead.
Yeah, definitely.
It does make you realise just how big the island is, though, right? Like we were talking about. Like the island must be huge.
Well, if there's 3 entities and they've all been on there for that amount of time and they've not really
had any
contact.
They've not had any contact unless it's been intentional.
But to be fair, we have
entities
seen
as well.
like
Once
shots.
you add in,
when they're doing the golfing up in the mountains and stuff, you actually get like a bit of an idea of how big the island is. It is pretty.
Yeah, the geography.
Huge,
It is. Yeah, it is big, right? There's
and they're all walking,
tops
aren't they? So if you think how far do you really get if you walk a couple of hours? You know.
And yeah, we were talking about those, and obviously we had a whole chunk of Locke's backstory.
Oh yes.
In this episode as well, where Locke met Helen.
Now with that, because I'm sure we've seen the backstory with Locke when he was in the wheelchair, and he had that.
His very first flashback.
He had and he had that relationship with someone, but it wasn't a relationship. It was like
he was
turned it
talking to.
So I'm guessing at some point he's not with Helen anymore.
Well, he was talking to a woman from probably.
I think it was like.
I want to say a prostitute, like not a prostitute, but like almost like a cool line woman, right?
Yeah,
that he was calling up.
He had kind of in his mind had created a relationship with.
Yes.
Probably just with how much they spoke. So I'm guessing by that point he's not with Helen. So I don't know if we're going to find out what happened to Helen or.
Well, he was living a pretty sad life at that point,
he was,
right? Once he was in his wheelchair.
He was in the wheelchair, wasn't he? And,
So we don't know what the time difference is there, right? Because obviously he's still got hair here. So not much. Still got a bit of hair. There's that little bit where she said, I like bald men. I like bald men. I'm not bald, but I can wait.
She knows it's going.
Yeah, because up until now we've only really seen Locke as being a very like lonely guy. Yeah, he clearly ends up in a position where, as you say, him and Helen are obviously not, or something's happened, right?
Well, I presume
Helen's not there anymore.
Whether it's anything significant enough to show it in a future Locke episode.
So, what are your thoughts on pushing the button? I've got to ask. Would you push it?
I don't know. I don't know. I think if I was there, I probably would. If you're in that moment, obviously, as a viewer, I'm intrigued to know for them not to.
What happens if they don't?
Yeah, I'm intrigued to know what happens when they don't push it. I'm not sure if we ever know that or not. Find that out, but yeah, I'm intrigued. Yeah, I think if I was there, I'd be too. I wouldn't be confident enough to know what could happen if you didn't push it. If you know what I mean.
Yeah. And what did you think of the little bit? Because you mentioned this at the time. Jack and Desmond in the woods together.
Yeah, I really
had that little moment where he recognised him.
I like that scene. I think it was also a moment of Jack knowing that the coincidence of them being on that island is.
Well, Locke called it out as well, right?
Yeah.
Locke was like, "What's the chances of you meeting this man on an island that you know?"
Yeah,
you know.
So I think it's I think that's a battle Jack's fighting, and I think that all leads to the whole faith conversation at the end with Locke and why Jack probably pressed the button.
Yeah.
No, I think they were both strong scenes.
Yeah, it's good. It's a really good episode.
Really,
I think it's and I think it really starts to cast the net wide on the whole Lost mythology in regards to like the Dharma Initiative and stuff, right? Like it doesn't answer us questions, but again, like I always say with Lost, it feels like it's not going to spoon feed you answers, but if you do look like you did with the polar bears, right? You went, oh, okay, that kind of gives us an answer as to why the polar bears are there. Like, and you're not all of a sudden like, oh, that's weird. Like, but there's people who want you to be like, and here is why the polar bears are here. Like, if you look at it and you figure it out, like you can figure these things out, right? And it suddenly makes it go, oh, okay, that is weird. There's polar bears, but it's less weird when you go, it was a science facility or something, and they got out.
The jungle smoke monster, I still don't quite understand, but
you do have to question though, if there was a big science facility here, what's the deal with that? Like, what's happened, right? You know, how's it ended up in this state of like quite serious disrepair?
Yeah.
And where are all these people that
definitely
would have been working here? But no, really enjoyed the episode. That was season 2, episode 3, Orientation. Anything else you want to say about this one, Jez?
Nope. Just thanks everyone for watching.
Yes, thank you for watching, everybody. If you have enjoyed this, please remember to like and subscribe. Leave your comments below. Please remember, as I always say, avoid spoilers. I know Lost well. I've seen it a few times, but Jez has seen it through, but doesn't remember it, as we're probably all gathering right now. Damn it! I missed the question at the start that I always ask you, Jez.
What's that?
Which is, Jez, how much of this episode do you remember?
None at all.
There we go, none at all. There we go, I had to get it in. yeah, so please leave your comments below, but please avoid spoilers. Anything that Jez couldn't know up until this point. If you have enjoyed this, please remember to head over to allmaverick.com, where you can check out our videos, our blogs, and our podcasts. You can also go to twitch.tv/allmavericklive on a Tuesday or Thursday evening, where we're playing some of our favourite games. Actually, go to allmaverickmerch.com, where we've got some Lost apparel available.
So
go on there.
Tees and hoodies available for Lost.
Yeah, go and check those out. And if you want to come and chat with us directly, look in the links below to links to our Discord server and other social media platforms. But come join the Discord server and chat with us directly about Lost. Tell us about your favourite bits. We always love chatting with people on there, so we'd love to hear some of your crazy theories up until this point. But again, remember, no spoilers, please. Okay, well, thank you for watching, everybody. It's been a pleasure as always, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.